Hello and welcome to Dan the Toy Man Toy Reviews, and today we are looking at something pretty special. We have a Mailaway Hogan. Let's do this.
You gotta love new WWF figures with real wrestling action. Jake the Snake Roberts versus the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Yeah.
DiBiase lands a $1 million punch. Match Hulk Hogan against the Macho King Randy Savage.
Ooh, yeah, my almost master finish Hogan guaranteed.
Hogan slams him again. Match Andre the Giant against the Ultimate Warrior. Andre'll squash the Ultimate Maniac. WWF figures so close to the real thing, it's like being in the ring.
So picture the scene, early 90s, and wrestling is my life. I would have been about 8, 9 years old. Yeah, I would have been about 8 or 9 years old, and we just sort of, whenever we had a chance, we used to get together and play with our wrestling figures. So as you'll see, behind me is a small snippet of my collection. I've got a massive Lucy collection as well on the top of the cabinet, which you can't see. There's a couple, Yokozuna, okay, and I'll give you a Warrior as well. So I've got about 90%, 85% of the full loose set, and then behind me is a cabinet full of basically what I would consider, who is it? Always a bushwhacker that falls. And then behind me is sort of the best, what I consider the best of my collection, effectively. Got about 25 mocks. There's probably about 15 graded in there. There's a graded loose 123 kid, and some other brilliant bits, some funk school stuff. I might do a video on that at some point, but that's not why we're here today. So the long and short of it is, I recently had the opportunity to get a Mailaway. I sold a bit of my collection, a few mocks, and bought it. Here it is. So for any of you that don't know, and I'm sure anyone watching this will probably be fairly au fait, the Mailaway was a figure which you did just that. You mailed away in a magazine, and in return you got this little beauty here. There were 3 you could get. There was a Bret the Hitman Hart, which ended up with a purple heart, a bit like the mock, which I've got here. I don't think it was originally intended to be like that, but that's what they ended up with. There's an Undertaker, which is like the Season 8 Undertaker, but with a slightly different colour hair and some purple eyeliner. But for me, as a repaint, that is the best. So there you go. You can see the classic numbers on there. Why do I like it so much? Well, it's got 2 elements, or 3 elements really. The first element is that I never saw one. I never knew. I knew about Mailaways, but as a kid, we just played wrestling. We didn't really, with the figures, we weren't too sort of up together with that. So for us, when I become a collector and when I started getting back into it, and I discovered this, it was kind of like, that's the piece I need to get for my collection. That's the one I want to get. I like the exclusivity of it. I think only 3,000 of these were made, and I'm guessing since the release in whatever it was, 93, 94, there's probably 1,000 of those are sitting in landfill or have been broken. So I'm going to take a stab in the dark that there's probably only 75% of the original amount available. And also the reason I love it is because, and you don't get this enough in videos, which is what I'm going to try and show you today, is the detail of it. If you look at the art, look, you've got the triangles here on both wrist straps. Can you see that? The colours pop. They are absolutely amazing. You've got to get you in focus there. Look. It's just a really, really nice, really cool figure. It's one I've always wanted. And there you go. So really just a quick video. There's not a lot to say on it really, other than just to show you guys. It will never come out of the bag, obviously. I'll keep it in there. I recently picked up some of these, which are for anyone who's a Lucy collector, or for anyone that has Mailaways, or any figure really. This is kind of like the cheap way of grading. Instead of grading, you can simply buy one of these. These are like for trading cards, and they just fit in really nicely into the case. like that, and then hey presto. So there's my mail away. Massive fan of it, really pleased I got hold of it. The prices have recently dropped quite a bit, but then I think they spiked because of lockdown. So I think once the energy bill situation levels itself and people realise that they have a bit more disposable income, I'm assuming these will go back up in price. But even if they don't, it's an exclusive piece. I'm glad it's joined the collection, and at some point I will do some. If there's enough people talking about it and wanting it, I'll do some other stuff in my collection. Talk about my collection. I've got a couple of sort of test shots. I've got some graded fun school. Got some nice signed bits and pieces, got some exclusive ring worn gear. So let me know what you want to see, and then I will go down the route of hopefully doing more videos. So cheers for watching, and we'll speak soon.